Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all the latest news that happened during the week of mobile and tech and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below and I will answer it before the end of the show. All right, guys, so we have some news this week on everything that's going on, but it's really something that I am just so interested to see how it turns out in terms of different changes and also what we're going to get with all of these new technologies and announcements. So the first big set of news is going to be that Samsung has mapped out a 3-year roadmap and it does not include a Note. The Note is basically going to be the new Ultra, so you can basically figure every year we're going to get Ultra devices from the S22, 23, 24. What Samsung is betting on for the next 3 years, though, is foldables, which are going to be also added to with rollables and sliders. So all of these different technologies is what Samsung is going for in their 3-year roadmap. So basically, this is the new head of Samsung for the US, and basically he is basically saying that it is going to be that's what we're going to get for the next few years. So very interested to see how that turns out, how it will be, but it really is interesting in terms of everything, how much into foldables we're going, how much technology will be in them. I mean, one of the biggest things I think that we can all agree on is I think foldables are getting the new stuff, but it's not always necessarily the best, like the camera under the display. Notice how that wasn't on the S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra. So I do think that, that if you are getting foldable, you are getting kind of the newest and latest technology, but it might not always be the best technology. So also, Samsung is putting on their roadmap, continuing, is obviously augmented reality and VR. It is something that, Samsung was a long proponent of VR. They have since kind of stopped. They produce a lot of the Quest, so that is still in their ballpark. But one of the big things that they have now again invested in is augmented reality. So basically a branch of theirs, Harman Kardon, acquired a AR technology company, and they specialize in making a basic HUD, which is kind of like the home screen for your augmented reality and how it's laid out and how it's set up. So yes, I do apologize, by the way, if you do hear my dog barking. Obviously, I live in Los Angeles. Super Bowl happened today and the Rams won, so yeah, it's a whole thing. Obviously, fireworks are going off, so it is what it is. I do apologize for any of that noise. But yeah, so I think that is an interesting aspect that we are getting from Samsung is reinvesting in augmented reality. Obviously, Apple's augmented reality glasses are most likely coming out next year, could possibly be announced this year, but regardless, it looks like they'll probably come out next year at this point. And yeah, just kind of curious to see where it goes and how it happens, but that's going to be one thing that we definitely kind of see come about, basically. All right, and then we have the Galaxy Tab S8, and something very interesting happened over this week. Obviously, the Tab S8 and Tab S8 Plus and Tab S8 Ultra were all announced, but we had some things happen, and that is the Tab S8 and Tab S8 Ultra sold out in the first day, actually. By the second day, I think it was towards the middle of the day, or at least in the middle of the day for me, so it could have been the end of the day on the East Coast. They were sold out and you could not buy them anymore. I myself actually did buy it in the morning, that morning on the second day, because I found out it was cheaper for when I got my wife's S22 Ultra that she's replacing her Note 20 with, that the tablet with the phone was like at a deeper discount. So I got like that tablet with my trade-in with my Tab S7 Plus for like $150. So it was, I mean, this is like I literally am paying $150 on a tablet that is 1,150, and that was because of the 250 credit. It was everything kind of bundled in. You got a discount when you got them both. It was just a really awesome deal. So the Tab S8 Ultra and the Tab S22 Ultra was like a huge discount if you did 2 trade-ins and you bought them together and used the credit towards the tablet. Plus, you also got a keyboard cover. So yeah, it was a lot of stuff. And so the really interesting to me is obviously over the past year we've had an interest in tablets again. I think that tablets kind of blew up over, since we were indoors more. And let's face it, no matter what laptop you get, the webcam is never going to be as good as a tablet. It's a motherboard thing where basically the reason why you can never get a really great webcam built into a laptop is because of how far the camera is from the motherboard and how affordable it is to make that work. So yeah, because of that, you're not really ever going to see it be anywhere near as good as a smartphone or a tablet. So because of that, I think it's a really big deal that that Samsung definitely did not expect it to be this big. And I quite frankly find it funny that the Tab S8 did that well, because I said it before, for me, and if any of you bought the Tab S8, let me know why you bought it. Because for me, I would not recommend the Tab S8. I would recommend the Tab S7 Plus instead of the Tab S8 for about the same price now. So for me, that would have been a better recommendation, just because at least that way you get an OLED display. Now, if you wanted a smaller tablet, totally understand that. But for me, I just didn't like that the Tab S8 does not have an OLED display like the Tab S8 Plus and the Tab S8 Ultra do. So that's just one thing that I would recommend more so the Tab S8 Plus instead of the Tab S8. But the two that sold out were the Tab S8, probably for the best bang for your buck, in terms of lowest price, and the Tab S8 Ultra for those who wanted the best of the best. It is provided in that. So yeah, I did end up getting the 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gig model for the Tab S8 Ultra. Again, I didn't really care too much about storage because I am going to put a 512 micro SD card in there, which I now currently have on my Tab S8 Plus, but I am obviously going to be transferring that over. And hey, Biggs, thank you so much. You have had a membership for 9 months. Thank you so much for being a part of our membership. I really do appreciate it. Every little bit helps, and every one of you guys that did have one, it's just a little bit that helps out every time. So I do appreciate that. All right. Some interesting new things are coming to YouTube, and I thought we'd talk about it because, hey, look where you're watching me at. Yeah, so the pretty interesting stuff that is coming to YouTube is going to be that we're getting a couple of new things. So for one, YouTube, you will be able to buy products. Now, I'm not sure what that necessarily means already. If I happen to say, like, I don't do it for live shows, but like if I happen to say that this camera, the Sony EV10, is in the video, I can put it underneath that is a product that is in the video. So that way, if people ask me, oh, what camera am I using? I can just say, oh, it's in the products of the video. But what this looks like is it looks like it's going to be a little bit more direct. And possibly it might be, I think they're basically trying to make it compete more with Amazon. So for instance, if I am on Amazon and I give you guys an affiliate link, I might get like 2% of that purchase. So for instance, because I actually have it here for a second, I sold so far this month on Amazon, there has been or to say this one purchase, it was a $2,000 purchase. So how much did I get out of that? I got 41 bucks. So basically that is how that stuff kind of works essentially. Oops. Okay. So yeah, that's how that stuff kind of works essentially. So I think YouTube is going to try to combat that more so and keep people on here and go through Google Shopping instead of Amazon Shopping. You know, whatever makes it easier for people, I think that's going to be the most thing. I think a lot of people shop on Amazon because it's so easy, so I think that'll always happen. Whoa, Biggs, thank you so much. Wow, it's a big donation. Yeah, I can't even talk right now. Big super chat. Thank you so much for that, dude. Anytime you need anything, you know, always ask me. Thank you so much for that super chat donation. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thumbs up, man. But yeah, so that's one thing that's going to happen. YouTube Shorts is growing in popularity. If you haven't checked out our robot video, it's got 97,000 views. So that was pretty cool. It's my first short that I did in a long time. I did like one vertical video, I think, with the Tab S7 that ended up being retrofitted into a short. So yeah, so that's just one thing that they're basically getting more popular. I do have a TikTok, by the way, now for anyone that does want to follow me there at YouTube Tech Guy, same as everywhere else. So yeah, I do have that if you guys do want to follow me there. I only have uploaded that same robot video so far. But the interesting thing is that YouTube is going to be adding more features to it, because I will say YouTube Shorts has a very, very minimal ability on what you can do when you upload it compared to TikTok. So I'm very curious on what they're going to be able to allow you to do more so for it, because right now it's very minimal. To encourage YouTube creators, they're also going to be going live together. So basically, if I wanted to, I could, built into the system, be able to go live with, say, like Greggles from Greggles TV, or Juan Carlos Bagnell, or TK Bay, all these YouTubers that I know, and like it would be really cool to be able to do it just built in, instead of having to, oh, let's coordinate with this and let's both use this link and those kind. So it'd be a lot more easier for people to collab, which would be a lot cooler, obviously. So I would be really interested to see how that goes, and how would it go overall. I'm very curious to see it. In terms of NFTs, they're basically just saying they're looking into it and wondering if creators essentially selling NFTs to their viewers could be something that can grow closer together. But really, they're just seeing if, you know, they can take advantage of it. Obviously, any transaction of YouTube, YouTube takes a cut of it. So it's just normally what it is. So obviously, if a creator can sell an NFT to someone and someone buys it, YouTube can then take a percentage of that. So that's why they're actually doing it. But being closer sounds better. But yeah. And then we have Valve, which is something really cool this past week, and that is they released the CAD render file. So someone like me that has a 3D printer, I can literally just print it out and create a shell for it. So I can create like my own case for the Valve Steam Deck, and I'm really excited about this. I haven't really asked you guys yet. Is anyone in the chat excited for the Steam Deck? For me, I think it's one of the coolest things that's going to be coming out, simply because not only are you going to be able to play basically like if you're an Xbox person, this is literally an Xbox on the go, because you essentially could install Windows on here and have it on the go and play those kind of games, Xbox quality, on the go in a Switch-like form. But the really cool thing I love about this is, for someone that does enjoy retro gaming, I could install like all these emulators, and I own a bunch of old games, so I can use the ROMs for those games and basically have it on there. So I think it's a really, really cool ability to, like, I can play, you know, any game from my childhood on the go, and I could play newer games as well. I mean, on emulators, I think you can pretty easily get as advanced as like PS3 graphics at this point. And the graphics card on there isn't too far behind PS5 and Xbox Series X. So it really is impressive what they're going to put in there. But obviously, again, they want it to be that you use it for their Steam library. And I am a big fan of Steam. I mean, they do really good sales every year, and this literally could be one of the biggest game changers, and it could force Xbox and Sony to get into the portable gaming market just to work with this, or maybe like a Steam Deck 2 later on. Maybe Sony can collaborate with them or something along those lines. But I think it's a really, really cool concept on how it could be. So yeah, and this is just a really cool thing that they didn't have to do, but they did do it now just so people could start making their own accessories for it, which is pretty cool. One thing I do want to see right away is a kickstand. I want to see a kickstand right away for it. All right, and the last bit of news today is the Galaxy Watch 4 did get an update, and now you can see more things like profile pictures if you are using Google Messages. I have not been using Google Messages, but if you didn't know, on the S22, Google Messages is now the new default text messaging app. So it's no longer the Samsung text messaging app. It is Google Messages with a Samsung skin on it. So I'm really excited to test that out and kind of see it. So now you can actually see profile pictures of the person that's texting you. You can also get Slack notifications and a couple of other improvements that we've seen, but it's just really cool to be able to see that. So when someone notifies you, it looks a bit better, of course. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good thing. I mean, any new feature we get is, I think, always a warm welcome. All right, guys. So with that being said, now let's get to your comments. If you have a question or comment you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. All right. You've said several times that Apple is the biggest producer of e-waste due to the lightning cable. Can you post a link where you got that info? Okay, so it's not an article, it's common sense. Let's see. Got it. So Apple has not, as most people I believe know, or if you've been following this channel for a long time, you definitely know that Apple has stopped producing has stopped saying how many iPhones they sell every year. Basically, they were going downhill on iPhone sales, and they never wanted to report a loss, like it going down, because obviously that would hurt their stock numbers, it would hurt all this stuff. So in a sense, they legally manipulated their numbers by telling people not to worry about iPhone sales, that it's all going to be about services. Services are the future. And it's true that basically the money that they're getting from services should eventually eclipse what their iPhone sales are. So it doesn't matter if they don't, break the record again, selling more iPhones than the year before and everything like that, which, by the way, their peak was 2015. That was their peak at 230 million. Then they went down to 211, went up a little bit, 216. But then obviously, again, they've stopped reporting it since 2018 because they don't want to make their stock numbers look bad. So in that, though, let's say they're always going to be selling around 200 million. I think that's a pretty safe bet, give or take a couple million or so. So that is what? One, you sell a lightning cable with every iPhone sold, and that's not including iPads or anything else, right? So that's at least 200 million of a cable that only serves Apple products. Then how many accessories do people buy of Apple products? Well, I would say most people will at least buy one other lightning cable. Okay, so now you're getting in the vicinity of 400 million, give or take, every year from almost every person that buys an iPhone that year. But wait, there's more. There's other people that still have an iPhone from last year, from the year before that. So roughly, you're easily going to be able to estimate that with the lightning to headphone jack, with the lightning cable, with AirPods, but with lightning headphones, those aren't that sold much anymore since an iPhone. But wait, the lightning AirPods as well, they need a lightning cable too. So you're getting multiple cables here, and it's not far-fetched to say that at least, at the very minimum, that anywhere between 400 million to at least over 1 billion every single year of e-waste is generated because Apple sells and makes lightning cables and license that technology out to other companies. So it's not so much that Apple themselves is producing the e-waste, is that they are creating it. That's the whole story. Apple is creating the e-waste because they have a lightning cable and because their brand and products are popular. If they would go to Type C, which is the standard, we would suddenly, like that, have millions to billions less e-waste every year. I'm telling you right now, there is no manufacturer that gets close to making that many products of e-waste every single year. That has, it is one shift for the company that says they're all about recycling, they're all about going green. It's a great PR move, which is what Apple is. Apple is a great marketing company. They are not an electronics company, they are a marketing company. So, as they always do, they spin it all around exactly the way they want. But in actuality, there is no single company responsible for more e-waste than Apple. None. So yeah, so the whole thing, that's why people, they could see right through them, scoffed at the idea of them, oh, they're taking away the power adapter. That's in order to help e-waste. No, because if they really wanted to care about e-waste, they would just change their iPhone and like the last remaining iPad that doesn't have a Type C, all to Type C. Magically like that. All of the products would then be perfect. Even look, with the new standard that just came out, we're now going to have a new Type C cable by the end of this year. They can go up to 240 watts. With that same token, if all these companies from MSI, from Lenovo Legion to Asus ROG, all of these gaming manufacturers, Razer, Alienware, all of them should switch to Type C. Why? Because it's a universal cable that now, we are literally in the cusp of having everything charged through Type C. It's a standard that everyone can have. And if you get a good quality one, it doesn't matter if I have a cable for a laptop that can go up to 240 or they can go down to 15. This one cable should be able to charge everything I have and need it to. And that's really cool. And that will reduce e-waste much more than not including a power brick. And that's the whole point, is that if Apple really cared about e-waste, if Apple really did care about that, then that's it. It's just as simple as that. All right. Let's go S22 Ultra. Yes, how many people pre-ordered an S22 series, whether it be S22 Ultra, S22, S22 Plus? Let me know in the comment section what you guys pre-ordered, or a tablet. Let me know. As most of you guys know, so I bought an S22 Ultra for myself. I got the 512 gig. They doubled the storage, so I was like, you know what? Let's go. So I got the 512 gig for the S22 Ultra, and that was for myself. I bought like a wireless charger, kickstand case, all that kind of stuff. And then for my wife, I got her the S22. Yes, I got mine in green, by the way. I got hers in the bronze or whatever. I forget what marketing term they use this time, but the bronze gold color. I got her the S22. I got her the 256 gig, and got myself the tablet as well. So yeah. I work in the oil fields in North Dakota. Foldable or rollable. Are you serious? No go for me. However, the S Pen from the note is essential when my butt's freezing cold and rainy. I totally understand that. Yeah, man, the S Pen is back on the S22 Ultra, so that's a much better thing. Yeah, I always take for granted. Definitely, I think foldable different environments that people have to go through. Like I'm very, very fortunate in the fact that I work in or that I live in Los Angeles. So like I when MKBHD made the biggest deal out of a weather app, I'm like, who cares about a weather app? Like, you know, I my simple solution for a weather app is this. I tell this if this then that, which is an app you can get. If it's gonna rain the next day, let me know the day before, and that's it. It's 100% like success rate. I literally have known every single day, like, oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Cool, like I know. But like I don't have the issue of weather changing on me constantly, all that kind of stuff and all that. And that's where I realized, like, oh, like a weather app is really important. To like an hour difference makes the biggest difference. So that's really one thing that like I grew to know as I traveled more, as I kind of saw more. It's like, oh yes, if I get away from just this little bubble I have here in LA, there is much different weather, and it can change like that. I'll never forget when I was in Florida in Disney World, and it went from sunny to rain to rain to sun. Like it was just back and forth, and I was like, what is this? And it's so crazy. Like it was literally just within hours of each other. And I remember people there like, oh yeah, this is normal completely. Like it'll stop raining in like 10 minutes. Like, and I'm like, what? Like, how does that work? And so, yeah, it's always interesting when you travel more and all this stuff, you see all different kind of climates and everything. It's so cool. I've never been to North Dakota though. One of the coolest things that I will say is that, you know, me and my wife want to one day go on a, not one road trip, probably like 4 road trips, but like go all the way, travel all the way to all of the southern states, then go travel all the eastern states, go all the northern states, and then go all the rest of the middle, just so we could say we've been to all 50 states. Once our kids, I think once my son is like 5 years old, maybe we can start our first trip for that. It's funny because I always say that like I don't want to go on many trips when kids are too young, because then they don't remember it. So yeah, it's kind of just I don't know, like I'm gonna go to Hawaii this year. My son's gonna be at Hawaii, so he's gonna say like he's not gonna remember it. I'm just gonna say I took you already. But yeah, so it's just always funny things like that. In 3 to 4 years, foldable might be greater than now. So foldables are going to be really interesting because yes, Samsung is going all in on foldables. But also foldables will get more and more affordable. I mean, look at the Galaxy Flip. I still can't believe that's $1,000. Like it's $1,000 for a technology that's so cutting edge and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I just think that's really cool that we'll get cheaper and cheaper electronics as it goes on. What cases did you guys buy for the Ultras? I got Ghost Tech, Smoke Clear, 20% off for 2. $3 sold on Amazon. That's really cool. I'm going to be getting a lot of cases. If you have followed me on Instagram or Twitter, I posted that we got some from Subcase and iBlossom. So those iBlossom are like the ones like my wife will take because very nice and pretty and very cute. The Unicorn Beetle from Subcase are very durable cases, but I don't like a case to have a protector in the front. So I probably will go through a bunch of different cases, quite frankly and honestly. But yeah, I mean, you know us, we're gonna get a lot of cases. We got some from Whitestone. Whitestone actually has cases, chargers, all this kind of stuff that they sent us to. Besides, of course, the best glass screen protector you can buy. So yeah, a lot of stuff we'll be getting and seeing how it goes for sure. Darn it, they wouldn't win, so they could get some peace, no fireworks. Yeah, nope. Rams won, so my dog is not going to be happy tonight with all the fireworks in Los Angeles. I got my Tab 8 Ultra on the 10th around 5 p.m. Made it in time. So yeah, I guess you made it in time on the 10th. When was the announcement? Yeah, so around 5 p.m. Was that Eastern time or West, or was that Pacific or East Coast? Because like I said, it was like in the middle of the day on on the second day, as far as I know. So you might have, yeah, just got it just in time, basically. Um, it might be later. Like there are some delays on the keyboard case now. I think I get my keyboard case like 2 weeks after I get my tablet. So yeah, and go to your order, hit order information on Samsung's website, and you'll see it there. Thanks Samsung not doing the Note last year. I jumped to Apple and still not impressed with the new Note. LOL. I mean Ultra 22. Keep up the great work. Yeah, thank you very much, man. And yeah, it's just it's really cool. I for one, I'm so excited for this device. So excited for sure. All right. I don't understand why Samsung don't send people like the phones and tablets earlier instead of unless people like The Verge or Engadget. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Like Samsung has select few. I reached out to their PR guy, reached out to him again, and ghosted me. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. They just, they choose their people. It sucks for a person like me because, yeah, I would easily get like a couple 100,000 more views if I got it earlier than like I used to. But yeah, unfortunately, don't get it that early anymore. So yeah. Good evening. I have the Tab S7 Plus 256. So I didn't get the 8. I have 450 Note 10 Plus Ebates. Or maybe you bought the Note 10 Plus. I'm not sure what you meant. I don't know if you were just typing fast. I went with the black 512. Looks very sleek. So I'm guessing you got the new Samsung phone and got the 512 gig. I'm not sure if I'm assuming you got the S22 Ultra then. I don't know if other phones came in 512 or not. I pre-ordered the Ultra red color. I had a friend that did that color as well. Ricky, was Samsung Crash a real thing or a marketing stunt? I think it was a real thing, to be honest. Just because there's not that much of a benefit because no matter what, it benefits you to buy it directly from them than anyone else, right? Because Best Buy gets a cut of it if you bought it from there instead. T-Mobile and the carriers get a cut of it if you bought it from them instead. If you bought it directly from Samsung, there is no middleman, so they rather you buy it from them. So no, I don't think, because again, it was the plain fact that you could have still gotten it at Best Buy. I saw I could get it at Best Buy. I saw I could get it at T-Mobile. For me, Samsung was the best discount of all of them because I'm not on T-Mobile Magenta, which they had a great deal if you were. And for Best Buy, they didn't have as good of a deal as either T-Mobile or Samsung did, especially when you consider that you got double the storage on there and it had more colors. So yeah. I pre-ordered the S22 Ultra Black 256 gig. Great show. What do you think of the best accessories for the S22 Ultra? So for me, wireless chargers are always a cool thing. Like I love them. I still have this one, which is the dual wireless charger with the standing version. I really like this one because for a desk, this is just, I like to see the phone and then I charge my watch or my secondary phone on here. So I like this one still better than all of the newer wireless chargers that have come out. But also, none of the new wireless chargers are faster, mind you. These are all the same 15-watt fast charge on the standing, on the most powerful wireless charger of it. Another good thing would be a really good battery pack. So this is a 65-watt charge from Samsung. They have a newer version of it that sold out with all the pre-orders. So yeah, that's another thing. But there are some other 65-watt chargers out there. Actually, to be fair, I just got it, so I can show you that one too. They make one Whitestone dome glass. So this is a 65-watt charger, and it has 2 outs, and so it has 2 Type C's and a Type A. So that is always really good because you can charge more than one thing at a time when need be. So yeah, there's all these different ways to charge. Oh, sorry, I said that was a 65 watt charger. That was a 45 watt charger. That's the fastest Samsung has as of now. Samsung does make a 65 watt charger. It's called a 65 watt Trio. And that one also is kind of like the Whitestone, where it has, I think, 2 Type C's and 1 Type A, or it might be 1 Type C and 2 Type A's. But they have a 65 watt charger for that. Wireless car chargers are really cool. I did get the official Samsung one, and it will work for this phone. That is the one that I have used since I made that video a couple weeks ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I have stuck with that one. It's made for the Fold 3, Flip 3, but it totally works with the S22 Ultra and S22 series and past years phones. So I really like that one. It's a really good quality charger. It only works on a vent, so you can't use it like on a dash. But it really, like, it's not going to fall off. It's really steady. Like, I could probably film with it and it wouldn't move too much because it's on there. Which is rare. You don't get that good of a quality for it not moving even. And this one doesn't move. So yeah. But those are some accessories. Obviously, there's cases, there's all this kind of stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of videos on all the accessories that come out for it. Literally, probably tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm going to reach out to all the accessory manufacturers and let them know, hey, we're going to do videos on this. Send me your best accessories, and we'll show them to you guys, because that's what I like to do. And although I will show a lot of different manufacturers, always at the end I say which ones I would actually use, so that you guys know, although I might show off this wallet case from the manufacturer A, B, or C, I might not get a wallet case because I would never get a wallet case personally. I just don't like them. But yeah, so it depends on the person, and that's what you need to know about yourself too. I'm definitely excited about the Steam Deck and the possibilities. 512, yeah, I got the 512 gig model as well. I got the green one as well. David, man, you picked the right one. Yeah, it's been about a month since I've seen your live stream. Busy working, partying. Nice, congratulations on that. Looks like you lost a lot of weight, man. Face looks thinner. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yes, I did lose at least 22 pounds. I am not gonna lie, I did have not crazy amount, but I had pizza, and I had a fast food place that I will not mention just in case my boss is watching this. His like fast food place that he loves is Taco Bell, and I have a fast food place that I absolutely love too, but we've talked about possibly doing another weight loss competition in March. So I'm not going to let him know just in case he watches this and get some inside information, right? So yeah, let's see. But yeah, thank you for, yeah, I've lost at least 22 pounds now at this point. I did. And that's the thing, even though like you could say I had a cheat day kind of thing, didn't go crazy, right? Like, again, for me, one of the key ways that I've lost weight is keeping my metabolism going, and still when I eat very small portions, and that's what's worked for me. You're gonna have nutritionists tell you all different kind of things that they swear by and that work, and that's great. Everyone has a different metabolism. No one is going to be the same. No two people are going to have the same metabolism. There's going to be things that work generally for everybody, but you need to find out what works for you, whether that be, less dairy, less carbs, less whatever, eating more, eating less, eating more in small portions and healthier. But what's going to make you fat. I always say that, like, as a person that's been overweight for the majority of my life, I always say, like, what's going to make you fat, right? You can't eat like French fries and sodas and all these kind of things and not think like, oh, why am I fat? Like, what makes you bigger over time. So for me, it definitely is portion control. It's definitely something that I don't have when I've gained weight. And, I'm just trying to get back on track because I am a father now. I need to think long term more so than I ever did before. And it's something, even though it's it could be morbid or whatever, I literally thought to myself, I'm 35. Do I want to live double my life or possibly aim for triple? Like, do I want to make it a 60 or 90? Right. So it's kind of like, it's just that simple, and you gotta try to do the best you can to make it longer. And so, yeah, I mean, it's something as you get older, man. It's something that it's weird to think of like you're on that side of your life instead of this side of your life. It's a very weird thing. And it's just, it's something that I always want to be on the forefront of technology, because I think that's one of the funnest things for me, and it keeps me young, and it definitely keeps me young to be as geeky as ever with all the Marvel stuff. If you haven't seen the Doctor Strange trailer, don't see it now. I want you guys to continue watching me, but see the Doctor Strange trailer. If you know anything about the comics, mind blown. My daughter literally like, why are you freaking out? I'm like, you don't understand. You do not understand what was confirmed in that trailer. So yeah. All right. All right. Let's see. Super Bowl was good. Yeah, definitely. It was good. Anytime it's a close game, that's always more exciting. It's always more exciting. When will they get the Google Assistant on the Galaxy Watch? Still don't know. Samsung has been hush about it. I've said for a while now, I think it will happen at Google I/O. So that is, I don't know if they have announced it yet this year. It's usually like April, May, but yes, May. It hasn't been announced yet, but usually it comes around. Usually it comes around the end of May, so probably we'll expect it around that time. Some people are saying it's going to be the 8th through the 10th, so it could be early May. But that's when I think it will happen, to be honest, because I believe there's a possibility of Google making their own watch. Yes. Do I believe that that's when Samsung would actually add Google Assistant on there? Yes. So yeah, that's when I think it could possibly happen. Wouldn't putting chargers in the box produce less e-waste than selling the chargers separately? Yeah, no, it does, but that's not why they're doing it. They're saying that for a PR. They're doing it so they can charge you for it. So yes, by all means, Dexter, it does create less e-waste, right? Totally. Selling a charger outside of the box creates less e-waste. But you know what? Apple makes money off of every charger sold, whether that be their own charger or whether it be a third-party charger that had to license the Lightning technology in order for them to sell it. So yes, Apple is doing this purely for money, not to create less e-waste. Because if they did, then they would ultimately create less e-waste, right? Go Type-C. That will create far less e-waste than anything else they can do. But they're not going to do it. Because why? Because they don't make any money off of Type-Cs. It would be nothing in comparison to what they make off of Lightning. So that's why they won't do it. And it's a business. I understand that. But I don't like the hypocrisy. So yeah. Pixel 6 Pro or S22 Ultra? Oh, I have both keeping one. I am super excited about the S22 Ultra. As much as I love the Pixel Pro, and I don't know yet. I don't have the S22 Ultra yet, right? But I have traditionally always loved the pictures for thumbnails on a Pixel more than I have on a Samsung phone. The funny thing is, though, I think Instagram favors Samsung because of those vibrant, punchy colors and everything like that. So yeah, for me, I would say ultimately because I like Samsung's interface with Good Lock, and because I love the S Pen, for me, if you had to choose one, I would say the S22 Ultra because of those two things alone. In terms of battery life, in terms of camera, in terms of all that kind of stuff, don't know that yet, but I'll find out and let you guys know. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions loaded. Everybody drink responsibly. Let's see. All right, we had a lot more people. Some people ordered the 1 terabyte red. That is so cool. I did not go for the 1 terabyte. Ordered the green 512. Tyshawn, I believe that's how you pronounce it. You picked the best one. Ordered the S22 Ultra. I believe you meant green as well. Carlos Rodriguez, you're right there with it. Ultra 512. 256 gig red, nice. The red really looked nice. Same. Saka Laminic. Hopefully I pronounced that correct. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names, but you picked the best one as well. Green S22, nice. It's too bad they don't have purple version for the Tech Wife. Yeah, they didn't have the purple, but it was funny. She literally, she walked in and I was in a bad mood because I wasn't able to buy the phone. Obviously, like none of us were able to. We found out. But I will say something funny about when I was buying it too. I thought it was my credit card or something like that. I was like, oh, okay. Like maybe I don't know. Because again, Samsung only allows you to trade in 2 products per household every year. So I sent one to my mom's. So yeah, so it's really, I thought it was like my credit card or something like that. So I was like, oh God, like, you know, they're so strict on this stuff. And then I realized that it was actually like everyone was going through it. I noticed some reviewers that review the iPhones are quick to say it's pre-software right now, seeing reviewers criticizing Samsung camera with pre-software. Yeah, and people do it. And I think it's a interesting thing, right? Because you're never going to get all the bugs out. True enough, right? But it's kind of like if you are a reviewer, do you talk to the issues or do you not and say it's probably pre-production? I think as long as you mention that it's pre-production software, I think that is kind of the best solution, right? Because if you don't mention that it's pre-production software, you could be making people think that that's how I'm going to get it when I get it and it comes out. But that's hardly ever the case. Samsung, almost without fail, every single launch updates their phone before launch or on day of launch, like every single time. So I seriously cannot remember in the past 3 years a time when that hasn't happened. So yeah, the version they have is never going to be the version the public has. But that's something I feel like you should definitely say for sure. And if it was The Verge, well, we all know their quality of reviews. You said the storage was double when you got the phone. I'm confused. Oh, so I said this on the live event when we were watching it. Sorry about my dog right now. She's going completely crazy. I don't know what she's barking. But on the live show for the Unpacked, the watch along video we did, Samsung is giving you double the storage for the lower price. So you're paying the price for the 128 gig, but you got the 256 gig model. You're paying the price of the 256 gig, but you got the 512 gig model. So that is something that Samsung was doing only directly from their website. So you have to buy directly from them. And it's something they're doing right now for pre-orders that will end on the 24th. So as long as you pre-order before then, you can get that. So even though you're paying the same price of the 128 gig model, you're actually going to get 256 gigs of storage for free. So you're not paying for that increase of storage. You just get it built in, which I think is a very good thing, because how many people have said, right, that Samsung should have started with 256 gig. If you pre-ordered it, you did. So it's a very way to favor them, definitely. What did you spend your Samsung credit on? So different things for different phones. So for my first phone, for my personal phone, I got a case and I think 2 wireless chargers, 1 dual wireless charger and 1 single wireless charger, just so I have them more around the house. So, you know, anytime anyone needs a wireless charge, they can. So yeah, so that's first one I did. The second one was for my wife's. So for hers, I just put the $250 credit towards my Tab S8 Ultra tablet. So it was a tricky thing you had to do. You basically had to add the phone, and then because I didn't want the 128 gig model, right? I wanted the 256 gig. So how you went around it was you added the phone, and when you go to checkout or when you go to the cart, you go back and you then add the tablet that you want, add that tablet, and it discounts it at the end, taking off the money off of it. So like I said, on my receipt for the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, this $1,199 tablet, I paid $150 for it. And that was because I traded in the Tab S7 Plus, which I think gave me like $600 or whatever. And then I got $250 off from that. And then they gave you an additional, I think, $100 off because if you bought both. So it would just like cut it down all the way down to 150. So I saved over with a trade-in, mind you, because I always hate when people don't specify that. I'm giving something up in order to get this price. But with the trade-in, I got over $1,000 off. So yeah. Let's see. I had to order through T-Mobile when I was trying to order off of Samsung. It didn't let me get off. Don't use the remaining credit or you will lose the screen. Yeah, so eventually that screen did change to you can get it within like I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. So I think it was till the end of February actually, now that I'm remembering it, that they said you can get it till the end of February. But at first, when the website was crashing continuously, it did say that you lose this credit if you don't use it. That did change later on. The Tab S8 orders have exceeded goals. Oh, hey, Mullet Baby, congratulations. He always gives us the inside scoop. If you haven't been on a show when Mullet Baby has been around, he always gives us the inside scoop. So let's go ahead and find out some about it. The Tab S8 have exceeded the goals. The Ultra numbers are 4 times better than the Tab S7 Plus. The Tab S8 FE has been greenlit for back to school holiday season. That is really cool. Flip 4 and Z Fold 4 prototypes have been voted on internally, and the alphas are being constructed and fine-tuned for late summer unpacked release. Really cool. Thank you for letting us know, Mullet Baby. I'm so curious on what they are gonna do with the 4 series. Like, I'm so curious. The Flip, I'm not too high hopes on like doing something crazy or extravagant. I think they might make the screen bigger. I think that's still a possibility. But like, I don't think they need to do much. It sold amazingly well. Like, I don't know what improvements that the Z Flip really needs to do. The Z Fold, on the other hand, man, I want to see some improvements on this year's, or else, like, I got my note back. I don't know if I'm going to go. Now, I know I said that last year, but I will say, as much as I've liked the Flip, I'm trading this in. This will no longer be with me in a month from now. I'm trading this in for the S22 Ultra because that is how much that I miss having an S Pen inside. And I hope that we get it better. Widestone screen protector for the S22 Ultra. Speaking cases have always protected my phones. Hey, speaking cases, I know are a big fan of a lot of people. I do have a speaking case on my my Fold 3. So I did have that one. I love this one mainly for the built-in kickstand. It was the best one for the built-in kickstand, in my opinion. So this one was really awesome, but we'll have to wait and see which are the best cases all the way around. Whitestone dome glass though for the S22 Ultra, yes, I recommend them every time. I just actually recorded the video for my Pixel 6 Pro right now, and that one was just recorded on. I am always honest though. Whitestone for the Pixel 6 Pro got a new plastic holder for the phone that was way cheaper than in past years. Like and I told them, I'm like, look guys, I said this on the phone, said this in the video. So just giving you guys heads up, I said this in the video. I'm going to publish this video because that is an issue. And you know, they thanked me. They were like, "Oh, thank you for that feedback," and like, yeah, thank you for always being honest on your things and all that kind of stuff. Because again, that's what you want. You want like they're not paying me for it. I've never gotten paid from or sorry, I got paid for one video ever with Whitestone. Not saying never. They did sponsor one video, but haven't got ever sponsored since. And so I will say though, I continue to love their quality once it's on, but the installation on the last one didn't do that well. I obviously don't have the next one yet, the next phone yet, so I can't tell you how the S22 Ultra is, but I will tell you flat out honestly if it's a good installation process or not. For the Pixel, it did not do as good. Now, I say the installation process. The screen protector itself is amazing, and the fingerprint scanner is still really quick with it. So yeah, I haven't had any issues with it. Samsung will not be in the smartphone business in 3 years. What makes you say that? They are the #1 seller in smartphones. You know that, right? Like, Apple's only the biggest in the US. Samsung has outsold them. Apple has never outsold Samsung in a year. They've outsold them in quarters. Typically, the trade-off was that Apple takes Q4 and Q1, Samsung takes Q2 and Q3. But in overall sales, Samsung has always outsold Apple. And of course, again, as I said earlier in the beginning, we will never know that anymore. But up until 2018, when Apple still reported their iPhone sales numbers, every year Samsung has sold more than them. So I don't know why you would think they're not going to be in the cell phone business anymore. #1, like always and forever. You know, I don't see how they could be dethroned, to be quite honest, just because they are the #1 manufacturer of smartphone parts in the world. So it's like, you name a part, they make it. Battery, screen, glass, you know, processor, RAM, everything, everything. Guess who makes Apple stuff? Yes, TSMC, but the other one, Samsung. Samsung makes Apple's processors too. Samsung makes their screens. Samsung makes their batteries. Samsung makes their RAM. Samsung makes a lot of their stuff. So yeah, it just, Samsung is too big to fail for the most part. And they don't have any opposition, like in terms of it. Huawei was close and they got taken out. So yeah, crazy. I heard Whitestone, glass screen protector, Samsung case, and speaking case. Good selection, man. I'm really curious to see all of them. I bought the UAG Apollo case, Monarch carbon fiber case, very durable for my job. I love UAG. I want to review more of their cases. I haven't reviewed them for, I want to say, it's been a year, I think. So yeah, I'll try to get their cases for this time around. Pre-order the green S22 Ultra. Luca, my man. And some people saying whoever hasn't pre-ordered will get them in April. I have not heard that, but I have heard that they're definitely back ordered now at this point. So I see April as a completely reasonable time for them. Yeah. What storage configuration did you get? I got the 512 gig green. So that is the best one. I mean, green is the best phone. Yeah. Not biased. Hey, check China reviews video on the test for the iPhone 13 Pro Max. All three S22 models beat had better battery life on 4-hour. Sorry, wait. Hey, check China reviewers 13 Pro Max and all three beat had better. I'm not sure who had better. Was Apple better or was Samsung better for 4K 60 frames video? Let me know. T-Mobile gave 500 for my old Note 10 Plus. Yeah, man, that's really good. I ordered the S8 Plus, traded in my S7, got $500 with the keyboard case cover. Hey man, that's a great deal. I ordered the S22 Ultra. I work in construction. Until foldables get a lot tougher, I have no use for them. I completely understand that. Exactly. Samsung had the best deals. S22 Ultra White, T-Mobile recommended case. Samsung had it's sold out right now, unfortunately, I believe. But Samsung has a really nice white rugged case with a kickstand built in. That I would recommend. I've loved those cases every time. I tried to order both a white and a blue one, but unfortunately both were sold out by the time I finally got my order in at the end of the night. So I will have to wait for those, or I probably will get it at Best Buy. I'm pretty sure they're going to have it in stock at launch. If anyone has it, Best Buy will, because they have a Samsung display in there. So I'll definitely check that out for sure. Rigsby safe to wait until the last minute, the 24th, pre-sales. Samsung do ASAP. I would order as soon as you want, to be honest. Like, I would order it sooner than later. Samsung pre-orders are typically on a first come first served basis for that unit. So if a lot of people order the 256 gig black and that's the one you want, order it now, because you're only going to delay yourself further and further. What did you I answered the what did you spend my credit on. Did you get the Moto Android Auto accessory? No, I have been so backed up on all the stuff I've gotten, and that's not to say it's a flex. It's just I need to do a lot of videos. I have to do one on this mic right here, the Shure mic that I recently got, and a lot of you guys are loving the sound quality, so it's probably gonna have a great review, but this is one of them. I just did a review on the Nintendo Switch the new Pro controller. That's freaking amazing. I love it. And now I just got the very first Pro controller for the PS5. So going to be doing one on that one too. Got a bunch of cases lined up. Got some headphones, the Shure headphones that I showed off last week. I don't have them now. And a new Thunderbolt dock. That's another thing. And what else? I just have so many products, I feel like. Lenovo tablet, Android tablet. All these kind of things, that just so many products that I have to cover. So no, I've not had the time, unfortunately, to get the Android Auto accessory quite yet. So yeah, let's see. I pre-ordered the 256 gig Phantom Black from Boost Mobile for $849 out the door. Nice. With a $200 e-gift card. Nice. Cool. Great. Give it the work. I got the green 512. Hey, Warren, you know what's up. You got it from T-Mobile instead of Sammy. $12.50 a month plus tax. Trade in my Note 10 Plus. Says it'll ship soon. Can't wait. Yes, I heard if you did get it from T-Mobile directly, you might be getting it sooner. So we'll have to wait and see. S22 Ultra pre-orders are 20% higher than the S21s and nearly 50% above the S10s, even with the website crash. So that tells you a lot. Thank you for Mullet Baby for letting us know that. Like that is really cool that it did that well. It shows that we're going to keep getting new stuff and new cool things. There will be 2 exclusive colors in Asia, Emerald Green and Fire Dragon Red later in S22. Or sorry, in S22 in 2022. Why you gotta do that, Samsung? Why do you have to give the Emerald Green outside of the US? Just rude. Samsung gave me a deal on my Note 20 Ultra. I ordered the red 1 terabyte S22. Man, that is awesome. I have seen the Note 20 Ultra. I did upgrade to the S22 512. Nice, Brittany. I have seen it. Got it. I almost saw the trailer in an ad on YouTube. Skipped it. I wonder if the Super Bowl commercials came out though. Yeah, so it came out in the Super Bowl, and I still have to see so many of I like seeing the Super Bowl ads. I do like a voting thing on it every year for I think it's USA Today. So yeah, I can't wait to see all of them and kind of go through them all. In your opinion, what case is good for the S22 Ultra? In traditional years, I have typically been a fan of spec cases, of ring key cases, of UAG cases. And there's one I'm thinking of. Not Nomad. Oh wait, what's this one? Incipio. I love the Incipio grip case. So I have this one for the Pixel 6 Pro. I love the grip case. So I was a big fan of that one. Definitely, I'll reach out to them for sure, because I for sure will probably rock that one. I just love how thin of profile it is. It's so durable, and the grip on the side is just perfect. And so I love grip, right? I'm a big fan of grip, so I love the Incipio one for the grip. I also love Spec for grip, but Spec has these lines right here, and the problem with those lines is you can't put something on the back of it like a kickstand or something like that. So I typically have like the Incipio more in the past year or so. Let's see. Why does Samsung give you the same amount of credit whether you trade in a 128 or a 512? I don't know, and I hate it. Yeah. Dexter Cumberbatch. Love the trailer of Cumberbatch. But yeah, I don't know. I hate it. That's one of the things why I stopped getting the bigger storage year after year, because I trade in my phone every 6 months to a year. So for me, it makes no sense to spend more money if I'm not going to utilize it. Now, I will say I now always get at least 256 gig because I have more than 200 gigs of storage that I transfer. I know I can delete stuff, but I just, by the time I use everything, I save YouTube videos offline. I record videos. I save music offline. All of these things make it so that I need 200 gigs of storage now. So yeah, it's a lot. And plus games and all that kind of stuff. Green 256 S22, nice. Yeah, 512 green. Yeah, Phoenix and Bill, good job. 1 terabyte unlock sold out now for S22 Ultra. Yeah, I did not like that the 1 terabyte was not available in green. I was kind of sad about that. Or yeah, I think it was sold out in green. I don't think they had that one available. I noticed ordering on the website versus ordering off of my Note 10 Plus. It was cheaper ordering it through the phone than the website. Yeah, you got an extra 7.5% off if you got it from your phone. And also, when I was ordering it on the phone instead of on the website, the phone did give you the 250 credit, whereas the website only gave you 200. That was early on, so I'm sure they fixed it later, but that was just one glitch that it had. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. The Tech Dog is telling everyone to check out 51st Day Questions. Shameless plug. Thank you, Quiet Storm, for giving me my shameless plug reminder. And here it is. 51st Day Questions is a game that I created. It is a fun game to play on a date night, whether it be with your significant other for many, many years, or whether it be on a first date. You get to know them, they get to know you, you get to know what's going on in each other's head, find out if you're compatible, if you're still compatible. If you fail at 51st Day Questions, your marriage is over. So, that's fact. No, I'm just kidding. But it's a great, fun date night, and you should definitely check it out. 51st Day Questions, links are in the description down below for Android and iOS. All right. Do you think Samsung will repair my display under warranty for free? Is the screen has green lines because of overheating? I would say it's rare that it overheating causes the screen to go green lines. It just could be that the LED failed. But yeah, they should typically repair that and be covered under it. Yes. Would like to know more about the Tab S8 FE. Well, I guess it's not going to be around till the end of towards the back to school season. But yeah, very curious to see if they get it sooner than later this time around. They did double memory for T-Mobile. Also, great deal for the 512 gig version. Nice. Awesome. I hope they use a similar form factor of the Find N for the Fold. I do too. I really do want them to go a little bit shorter and wider. I don't know if I want them to go as much as that one, but I just, here and then here. Like, I just wanted a little bit wider. I still, with every fold, I thought it's too narrow, for sure. Hey, Mole Baby, got some more news for us. The new QLED OLED all screen display and trifold designs are in the product plan for 2023 Q1 for PC and mobile lineup. That is crazy. So for those of you who don't know, OLED, so Samsung has always had AMOLED displays on their phones. QLED is what they have on their TVs. Why? Because OLED tends to have what's called burn-in if you have the same thing on for a long period of time, which happens a lot on TVs because of either news, sports, or gaming. So it tends to happen a lot more. So here's the thing. It really is one of the biggest things for sure is that you want it to, sorry, I just saw a funny comment. Definitely one of the biggest things for sure about that you want to make sure that you don't do on a TV is have an OLED TV if you are particularly usually a gamer or tend to watch sports a lot or tend to watch the news a lot, because it can cause burn-in. However, this at the beginning of the year, Samsung came out with a new technology. I think the best coverage I have seen on it, the QD OLED, is Linus Tech Tips. So if you do want to go ahead and check his video out on it, it's really good. And basically, he got invited to Samsung's headquarters. Not me. Should have been me. It should have been me. But yeah, so basically with that, it was something I was like, man, that is so cool that they are able to now have OLEDs that don't really have an issue with burn-in, and they're as bright as QLED. One of the reasons why QLED is arguably better than OLED for TVs is because they're brighter. These are huge display panels that have over 1,000 nits of brightness, which is very rare for TVs. So the fact that it does is really just such a big thing. So yeah, for sure. Let's see. But them being sold out, do you think that they'll restock and people can still pre-order again? I do think that they will be back in stock before pre-orders end. But yeah, I do think they will be. Question: everyone talks about getting a certain color phone, but when you put a case on it, does it see the color? But that's where your S Pen is. So your S Pen is going to be black on the outside for most of the pen, but the tip will be the color of your phone. That's when it matters. No, but seriously, some of the highlights are still that color, whether it be green or gold. And also, what if you wanted to rock a clear case? I love the UAG Plasma clear case, or the Ringkey Fusion X case. Those are both clear cases, really durable on the sides, but those are cases that I love that are clear cases, and I want to show off my color then. So yeah. So yes, it does depend on the case you get for sure. Busy tech guy. On top of that, the fact is the anniversary is in 2 days. That is true. I really wish I could do more for the 10-year anniversary. The truth is, I am just so consumed with work, so consumed with all of this stuff that I have not really had a chance to do something for the 10-year anniversary that I would like to do. I promise though, once I do finish with this move and move into a new studio and everything like that, I will have a 10-year anniversary giveaway. Don't know when exactly it will be, but I promise you I will do it. I'm hoping before the summer. Hey, hopefully I'll lose another 20 pounds before then too. So I'll look better in that 10-year video. So yeah, but yes, in 2 days, it will officially be the 10-year anniversary of YouTube Tech Guy. Started the channel 10 years ago. By the way, this isn't my first YouTube channel either. Fun fact, there was videos that I did before this that are terrible videos. That was what you need to know. and it was an idea where it was a fun thing, but at the time I was a full-time student in college. I was a full-time job at Best Buy or Circuit City, I forgot which one I was at that point. And for me, like, YouTube wasn't, it was just a fun thing, and it took way too much time. Especially because I edited all my own videos in the beginning, or for that channel. When I started as Ask the Android Guy, I did not edit them. One of my best friends in the world, Wayne, as some of you guys may remember him in a lot of early videos, he was my editor in the beginning. It was really cool to kind of, it was a really cool symbiotic relationship where we were able to do all of it together and have a lot of fun. And he still has an amazing channel of himself, H2 Tech Videos. So yeah, it was really a lot of cool stuff for sure. So yeah, I still think to this day, like, I weigh, like, man, if I could have someone edit my videos, I could like double or triple my production. And I've often thought about doing that, but it's always someone you trust, there's all this kind of stuff that it's just so complicated to do. My buddy from work traded in his iPhone 12. He won at a work raffle. Wow, that's an awesome work raffle. Earlier this year, he traded in his old Apple Watch for the Samsung store in Glendale. Oh, I know that one. He said joining the new ecosystem, cheap with the trade-in. There you go. Rigsby Industry is not responsible for any marriage or lack thereof. Thank you so much for that disclaimer, Quiet Storm. I pre-ordered the S22 Ultra from AT&T. Hope when I get my phone, I will still get to have the $250 credit from Samsung. I don't know if they did that. If they do it like that, I'm very curious if they do, Brittany, because normally that kind of deal is only directly if you buy it from Samsung. That's like their incentive. But man, I would definitely ask AT&T about that, because yeah, you would want to know, right? Linus doesn't have the coming soon Rigsby six-pack. Rick's back. No, he doesn't. My merch is better than his too. I actually got a Linus jacket recently. It's pretty cool. Ricky ordered my green 256 gig finally on my birthday. Thank you, Samsung. Hey, happy late birthday, Basic Tech. Awesome. Congratulations, man. Some cases I ordered are clear cases so I can show off my S22 1 terabyte Ultra. Man, 1 terabyte. It's crazy that happened. So yeah. Hey, H2 Tech got a shout out from Quiet Storm. He's how I found my Samsung Bluetooth transceiver. There you go. Awesome. All right, guys. We will be winding up now. Thank you guys so much. We had so many questions today. It was really cool. So yeah, we will be wrapping up. Again, a lot of videos coming out this week. Now I feel like I have to do a video on Tuesday. I'll try to see if I can pull off something for... Or no, wait. Tuesday. It's... No, wait, didn't I start on the 16th? 16th, right? Wednesday. So Wednesday. Maybe I'll do something on Wednesday for sure for the anniversary. February 16th, 2012 is when I started this channel. So yeah, should be fun. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate everything, you guys. Definitely always come by and talk on the channel. Thank you so much for the inside information from Old Baby. Thank you, Quiet Storm, for moderating, and thank you for the amazing super chat donation. Just everything. Thank you guys so much for always tuning in. I do appreciate it every time you guys do. If you can do me one last favor before leaving, click that like, thumbs up button. It really helps me out. Thank you guys always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy.